Ukrainian counterattacks have driven Russian forces from some areas of the eastern city, but the situation is still challenging. When Ukrainian soldiers resolutely turned down the Russian attack on the Eastern Front, a crucial turning point in the country's fight against Russian aggression was reached. The Russian troops tried to get into Ukrainian territory, but were met with fierce resistance. The Ukrainian army effectively repelled the invasion by using well-planned defensive strategies, military intelligence, and cutting-edge weapons. The air raid sirens and air defense batteries could be heard in Kyiv and all over the country as early as Tuesday morning when Russian forces launched 18 missiles, according to the Ukrainian military, 15 of which were shot down. Residents of Ukraine have shown incredible bravery and resiliency in the face of rising tensions and Russian assaults. They have shown unflinching tenacity in their efforts to safeguard their neighborhoods and preserve a semblance of normalcy despite ongoing Russian attacks and the terrible impacts of the conflict. As the situation in Ukraine gets worse, the international community has acknowledged the urgent need for humanitarian aid. Governments and charity organizations from all over the world have stepped up their efforts to offer the afflicted populace vital help. Humanitarian supplies have begun to reach Ukraine despite the difficulties caused by the ongoing war, providing a ray of optimism in the chaos. Over the course of the day, the Ukrainian Air Force struck 7 groups of the enemy's personnel and burned down 3 Russian anti-aircraft missile systems. Through financial contributions, the international community has shown that it supports humanitarian efforts in Ukraine. Donor countries have kindly pledged significant sums of money to make sure that there are enough resources available to lessen the suffering of Ukrainian citizens. Numerous people have been displaced as a result of Russian indiscriminate targeting, and entire communities have been destroyed. Finding a peaceful solution is even more crucial now that the Ukrainian people have been the hardest hit by this violence, in order to save innocent lives and restore stability to the region. While humanitarian aid is essential, the Ukrainian crisis must be resolved through concerted diplomatic efforts to defuse tensions and find a lasting, peaceful solution. The international community has to keep putting diplomatic pressure on Russia to stop its aggressiveness and start a constructive conversation. A sustainable agreement can only be reached through a coordinated international effort and a dedication to preserving Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. It is crucial to recognize important military and weapon advances in the context of the battle. During the conflict, both Russian and Ukrainian forces used cutting-edge equipment, strategies, and technologies. This includes the use of heavy artillery, tanks, drones, and cyber attacks, all of which have led to more deaths and extensive property damage. The deployment of such weapons highlights the seriousness and intensity of the conflict and the pressing need for a peaceful conclusion.